Some people struggle because they lack knowledge. But there is another group of people, people who read the books, watch the videos, understand the concepts, and still remain exactly where they are. This is the quiet upgrade. Have you ever met someone who seemed incredibly intelligent, yet never became who they could have been? Maybe you've met that person. Maybe that person is you. It's a strange paradox. The world assumes intelligence naturally leads to success. That smart people automatically make better decisions. That understanding something is enough to change it. But life rarely works that way. In fact, intelligence can sometimes become its own obstacle, because smart people often become experts at thinking, while forgetting to act. They analyze every possibility, every risk, every mistake that could happen, until movement feels impossible. Imagine standing at the edge of a mountain trail. A less intelligent person might simply begin walking. They'll make mistakes, take wrong turns, learn along the way. But the highly intelligent person often remains at the starting point, studying maps, comparing routes, researching weather patterns, waiting until they're absolutely certain. The problem is that certainty never arrives. Life is not an equation. Time keeps moving. Psychologists sometimes call this analysis paralysis. The more options you see, the harder it becomes to choose. The more outcomes you imagine, the more difficult action feels. Intelligence creates possibilities, but possibilities can become distractions. Because every path you choose means abandoning countless others. And many intelligent people struggle with that reality. They don't want to make the wrong choice, so they make no choice at all. Yet indecision is still a decision. Every day spent waiting is a vote for staying where you are. Another hidden reason smart people stay stuck is identity. For years, they were praised for being talented, gifted, naturally capable. Eventually, they begin protecting that identity. They avoid situations where they might fail, because failure feels like proof that they aren't as smart as everyone believed. So they stay within familiar territory, not because they lack ability, but because they fear discovering their limits. Ironically, the people most capable of growth often become trapped by the need to appear capable, and growth requires the opposite. Growth requires humility. It requires becoming a beginner again and again. A child learning to walk falls thousands of times, yet never questions whether walking is possible. Adults are different. One failure, one embarrassment, one rejection, and many stop trying entirely. But failure was never the enemy. Avoidance was. The most successful people are rarely the smartest people in the room. They're often the people most willing to look foolish temporarily. They're willing to take action before feeling ready, to start before feeling confident, to learn before feeling qualified, while others are waiting for certainty. They're collecting experience, and experience eventually becomes wisdom. There is another trap intelligent people fall into: consumption. Learning becomes a substitute for doing. One more book, one more video, one more course. Knowledge feels productive, but knowledge without action creates the illusion of progress. Imagine carrying a backpack filled with maps, hundreds of them, detailed, accurate, but never taking a single step. The maps may be useful, but they cannot walk the journey for you. At some point, learning must give way to living. The truth is simple. Your future will not be shaped by what you know. It will be shaped by what you repeatedly do. Small actions create momentum. Momentum creates confidence. And over time, an entirely different life begins to emerge. The people you admire are not necessarily more intelligent than you. Many simply became comfortable with uncertainty. They accepted that clarity often comes after action. not before it. If you've been feeling stuck, perhaps the answer isn't another strategy, another productivity system, or another motivational speech. Perhaps the answer is movement. One uncomfortable conversation, one small decision made today. Because action has a way of revealing things that thinking never can. Years from now, you won't regret every imperfect attempt. You'll regret the opportunities that fear convinced you to postpone. The life you want is rarely found through endless preparation. It's discovered through participation. So, choose a direction, however imperfect, and begin. Not because you're certain, but because you're willing. Most people spend their lives waiting for the right moment. The few who move forward discover something important. The right moment was never coming. It was created. Small shifts, extraordinary lives. I'll see you in the next video.